It turned out my friend's hospital stay was short, which is a good thing, I guess, leaving me the opportunity to do what I felt like I needed to do before I departed off the island, and that is taking the trip through Port Renfrew. Right now, we are driving through the town of Lake Cowichan. There's a couple reasons for this trip. One is I am seeking for something that is hidden in amongst the surrounding area that I feel is absolutely amazing and must be seen. And the other reason is how I am dealing with saying goodbye, filling in a void, and getting ready to say hello again. Come along with me on this 2-part episode journey of exploring the southwestern part of Vancouver Island. Yep, that's right. No cell phone service for the next 56 kilometers. I just drove past the spot here. I think that's a good place to park for the night. Oh, I don't know. Normally I would go for it if I had better tires, but my tires aren't in the best of shape. So I have no cell service, remember this. So if I get stuck, I'm a little bit SOL, aren't I? So I'm going to just say no to this. But it does look like up ahead that there'd be a good spot to pull in there and park for sure. Yeah, I think the creek goes along the side there. Anyways, oh well, maybe next time. Looks like we got something over here on the left. Harris Creek Spruce Recreational Trail. Looks like a nice little parking lot, actually. There's a fire pit there. Huh. Wondering if I should just camp out here for the night. It's nicely off the road. It's quiet. This is actually a nice little spot. Even got a trail to go down. Don't worry, I brought my bear spray. Oh, I think this bridge has seen better days. Wowzers. Look at the size of this tree. That is massive. Just goes around and around. Oh, we got a nice little river here. And it still goes around and around. It's huge. There's nothing here that states how old this tree is, but it would take about 8 of me from fingertip to fingertip to go all the way around that tree. So, you know what, I want to say most definitely an 1,000-year-old mark. It is massive. And just from old trees that I've seen before that were cut and show the ages, yeah, that's pretty old. And impressive. If you're ever walking through the forest here on Vancouver Island, you'll see lots of bushes like this. They'll have little red berries on them, probably the next like 2 to 3 months. And they are delicious. Those are huckleberries, and yes, they are edible. Thought I would give myself a foot bath. Yep, self-care in the van. What I do when I buy ice, I usually about 2 blocks of ice melts in there. That gives me a nice container of water, and I just utilize that water for my foot baths or doing dishes or whatever I need the water for, instead of using the bought water that I get for drinking. So I'm just taking a little break for the next couple days and just taking care of my mental health. I need to disconnect before I go and reconnect, literally and figuratively. So I'm disconnecting from my friend. We are going our separate ways. They're heading to Alberta to go see their kids. And while I actually get to go and see my daughter too. And that is where I get to reconnect. It's been about 3 years, just over, since the last time I saw her. And yeah, so it's going to be fun and exciting. I'm going to enjoy my foot soak here and get myself ready for bed, for I do have a early start, or at least I'd like to take an early start tomorrow morning and show you guys around some. I got a couple thoughts of what I can do, but of course some of it is slightly weather permitting, of course. Anyways, night-night. See you in the morning. Good morning. Well, I had a nice sleep last night. It was very peaceful and quiet out here and dark. That was nice too. No street lights or anything like that. So very much connected and grounded. And I think that really helped with my sleep, getting that little foot soak in. Yeah, yesterday was a tough day. It was very emotional. A few days ago, I had already said goodbye to my friend, and I had already gone through that process. And then all of a sudden, you know, it happened again, and it's just hard. I really do care for this person, and it's hard saying goodbye. Oh, sorry about that. Anyways, time goes on, and maybe our paths will cross again. I know we'll keep in contact no matter what, but when you've been with somebody for like last, I think, 10 months, we've been hanging out and traveling together. At one point, our friendship was more than that. So it's kind of, you know, slowly been separating, I guess you could say, over this time. And we knew this day was coming. But still, you know, it's hard. It's just hard. Especially when you have dealt with a lot of loss. And that I most definitely have over the last 7 years. But I look forward to new beginnings with, you know, family and friends. And yeah, it's been an interesting trip, this one, back to the island, that's for sure. And I'm happy for it. I've survived it. I don't know how much of you really know, but I lived on the island for over 40 years, and there's a lot of hurt that I harbor here. And I felt a great relief when I finally had made the choice to leave the island and travel and do seasonal work and that type of stuff. So I do way better when I'm not here. But this time around, it was really good because I got to take my friend and show him all kinds of places and do a lot of exploring and, you know, just get out of my head, because usually when I come by myself, and I do sit in my head a lot. And yeah, So yeah, it was good that way. But anyways, we are gonna just start driving off because I can just babble on and on and on, and I don't want to. I need to turn this frown upside down in a sense, and yeah. But this is mixed emotions, right? And this is why I'm doing this little trip, is to help me transition through, and yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I found a pullout along Ferry Lake so I could stop to make some lunch. And we are going to head on down for a walk this way, because I got something to show you. There's a boat launch here, which is great. If you paddle just down across over here, there's a canal you can go into, and it takes you down to two rivers. It's quite beautiful. And then you've got the campground over here. And then just over around that little corner there is the surprise I want to show you. And that would be Vancouver Island's most photographed tree. I'm sure a few of you recognize that tree. Here's a picture I took of it when I was paddling on that lake a few years ago. I love how it looks like there's a hand that's holding that tree. I forgot to tell you yesterday when I was driving through, I had stopped off in Chemainus. I went to go get something from a store, but unfortunately I had missed it by a few minutes. But all of a sudden I was like, I should go to the water wheel. And it was... When I saw that the water wheel was running, the first thing that came to my mind was, go with the flow. Don't fight it, don't force it, just flow with it. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. And if you haven't subscribed already, push the subscribe button. It's free. In a previous video, I had shared my hometown, and I shared a little story about the water wheel. So it was nice to see it running before I left the island.